Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be talking about Google Stadia, the future of cloud gaming, as little as we possibly can because we don't know the future, so we have to be very cautious. Now, a lot of the news cycle and the articles and a lot of the reviews going around Google Stadia is saying that it is a dumpster fire, it is a crash, or it's trash, or whatever it is that they're saying. It might have some validity to it because it has launched in a state where it doesn't have sufficient games to compare or compete with the prevailing market in terms of game services that are available out there. But that is not to say that this service is a failure because it's too early to judge. Because number one, Google does have a lot of infrastructure, and if it wanted to channel some of its resources to gaming, I have to say seems like with their reach and everything that they have, it's going to be possible for them to do so. So what we're going to do is we're going to look somewhat at this here, and we're going to look at specifications, but the main thing is to look at the games that it actually comes with. But if you're wondering what Stadia is, it's just like a little cloud platform that you can access with like a little dongle. For those of you who use Chromecast, in fact, I have a crazy story. My Chromecast is almost 6 years old. It was given to me as a gift 6 years ago. My first Chromecast is the one we still have till date. And, you get a controller that comes with it. And then you also, I think, get a premiere edition of a subscription service of some kind, which now comes with a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And let me see how many on this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So about 42 games or so are already currently on the platform. And what you'll see is you're going to see a huge selection from Ubisoft. You see a huge selection from Square Enix. You see some Rockstar stuff. But there's something really peculiar here, and that's Metro Exodus. This game was supposed to be an Epic Store exclusive. But apparently it seems like anybody who's touting anything these days can just get the game. So I guess the publisher is just really hungry when they could have just easily done the right thing and just sold the game to the consumers. But that's a whole different topic for a different day. But also, you can also see things like Avengers, which is a 2020 release. It's a Square Enix game as well. And I think Square Enix is trying to get themselves out there with a lot of the publicity. But this is the future of gaming, in my opinion. I think very soon, a lot of the physicality to gaming is going to be waning because there's a new generation of people that are coming up that really do enjoy, what we call the portability and the ease of access in terms of gaming. Now, there is a physicality. This is my gaming. Ooh, I just shook the camera. This is my gaming PC over here. And I have a PlayStation 4, which is really cool. I like to have my PlayStation controller, blue. And, all these little things that do come with gaming that a lot of people seem to value. Yes, they have their place. Yes, they're still going to be here to stay. But I feel like the companies Xbox and which Microsoft, Xbox, and Sony's PlayStation, they are looking at the future and starting to see that this is actually where it's going to go. And I know for sure that the example that we can cite is Microsoft Xbox, Game Pass service, which is a cloud gaming service as well that is actually better than this. And this puts Microsoft on the forefront of this whole cloud gaming stuff for now, because Microsoft has already built up a library over the last few years. And I think they also saw this coming, and they also have the infrastructure. So I think they're going to be light years ahead of, Google Stadia, because they already have a platform. They already have a natural, progressive movement of gamers. So if a gamer wants to go from their console to PC, the Game Pass is something very attractive for them. And if they wanted to even go from their Xbox to PC, then their Game Pass and the library of games that is accessible to them will somewhat carry over. Now, I think the next step for Microsoft to be really competitive is allow for that gamer to have all their cloud data, game progress, and all those things to just easily transfer over. And then they're going to solidify that market, and Google Stadia is just going to be dancing around. And so even though Google Stadia might not be the most, polished representation or most valuable package in terms of that. I mean, it looks nice, but when it comes to value, the Xbox Game Pass just wins. I mean, let's look at what the Xbox Game Pass actually has to offer compared to this. And I know I wanted to do this in a different video, but I think it's quite pertinent to say that if you look at the library of both of them, the Xbox Game Pass for PC and the Xbox Game Pass itself is giving a huge is giving a huge library of games to the person that's subscribing. Let's look at the games. I'm not trying to download. Sorry about this. Let me quickly look at how many games we can get here. If we can look at the games list. Where are the games? Show us the games. Show us the games. If you could get started, yeah, but I've done another video on it. So if you really are interested in seeing how many games Game Pass has, you can go watch that video. But they do have a huge selection, and not just a huge selection, a relevant selection. So Google has a lot of work to do in terms of coming into this market. This market's a market that's been dominated by Sony and it's been dominated by Microsoft and Nintendo for so many years. These are three major producers of gaming platforms, and even Sega has had, they hung their hat a long time ago. And even though it seems like there might be some saturation in the market, I think the more they are, the more competition there are, and gamers are going to get a better value. But so far, there's going to be a shift, and a deliberate shift to the cloud gaming services. But then you also have to look at emerging markets that may not have access to all the cloud, possibilities, but the US still has a big market. China has a big market. So these are markets that these gaming companies or providers are going to be targeting. But on my take, I'm just going to say that, outright, I'm probably not going to purchase the Google Stadia platform right now. I have a Steam Link that, I can play on my TV, on my computer, and all that good stuff. If I want to sit down on a couch and chill, I can just connect my controller to my Steam Link, and it has access to my Steam library, and it will stream directly from my PC to my living room. So I still can keep all my games in one place. And again, that goes to say, Steam needs to look very carefully into the possibility of reintroducing another line of Steam Links. The market is already there for them. They already have a lot of people that are already playing on the PC who would like to kind of have that more casual feel, family setting in terms of games. One of the reasons a lot of older gamers, who are in the 35 to 65 year category enjoy playing their games is one of the things they want to see is they want to be able to play amongst people around them, amongst kids and grandkids, and kind of have fun. And if Steam can bring that to the living room, then it's more palatable. PS4, in terms of Sony, PS4, PS5, they already have that. Xbox already has that. I think Steam can also bring that, because that's exactly where Stadia is going for. They're going for that, niche and that comfort level and compatibility that it has with people who want to just enjoy a family setting. Nintendo already has it hands down. They've already been doing it for years. And even with their Switch, they've also added the portability, which also gives them their own segment. And I'm not going to be surprised if I see that Google goes into a handheld platform that looks just like the Nintendo Switch or the Nintendo, portable devices, in order for them to also be able to grab that market as well. But that's all I have for today. I just wanted to quickly make a comment and a statement on this. I can go all kinds of different fun ways and, speculating what I think Google's strategy is. But I think on the basic entry level, this is where they want to start from. They're eventually going to grow to the point where they have a library of hundreds and hundreds of games that it starts to look a lot more attractive to people. So for now, the news cycle may say things like, oh, it's broken, it's on fire, but that's largely something that you have to downplay and look at it from a business and a marketing perspective, and look at it from a business perspective. This is not some startup that's coming into this. This is Google we're talking about. So they already have a lot to offer right out the bat in terms of, the way the service will go. Now, yes, in terms of obtaining games and licenses, that's probably going to be tricky, but I don't think these guys have a learning curve that they cannot overcome in terms of coming into cloud gaming. I think it's just a matter of time, and very soon they'll be a force to reckon with. But largely, I know a lot of gamers are going to ignore them, but that's not the market I think they're targeting. I think they're targeting the market of people that are willing to, embrace this new technology and embrace these new platforms that are coming into play. Okay, I will get out of your hair. Respond in the comment section. Let me hear what you think. I know a lot of you are going to say, I'm not touching it. But it's okay. Some people might be interested. And even if you're not interested, you can also let me know as well in the comment section. We'll have a discussion about it. And I guess I'll see you in the next video. Peace.